Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. In this video, we are going to look at how the President Bola Tinubu administration has elevated lies to the status of an act of governance. Or you can say that they have elevated lies to the status of governance. Okay? Or you can also describe it as governance by deception. And you wouldn't be wrong. Now we're going to look at some few issues that brought to bear to the fact that this administration has elevated lies to the status of an act of governance. We're going to look at it, and why it's important we look at it is for us not to be deceived by the assurances that they are giving us that the hardship in the country as a result of the reforms they have embarked on is going to yield any positive result or report in the very near future. Because if they can lie to you on these kind of matters that I'm going to bring up now, then you can be sure that they will tell you all kinds of lies to give you hope, even when there is hopelessness. That is what this video is all about. Now, of course, you must have heard, or may have heard, that the United Arab Emirates has lifted visa ban on Nigeria. That information emanated from Bayo Onanoga through his X handle, where he shared the message that the United Arab Emirates has lifted visa ban against Nigeria. Okay? It was a news that people, especially those who are interested in going to United Arab Emirates and others, were really paid attention to. According to the information that was released by Bayo Onanoga, because something coming out of Bayo Onanoga, you will expect that it is the truth coming from the presidency in an ordinary, indecent climb. And that report said that the United Arab Emirates authorities, in a statement, said that the resumption began on Monday, March 4th, 2024, a development attributed to the outcome of fruitful discussions between President Bola Tinubu and his United Arab Emirates counterpart, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Now, this is what the document said. This is what the document said. The document shared by Bayo Onanoga, which was published in several newspapers in Nigeria, both online and offline. I want us to look at the content of this letter, this document, because its content is important in where we are going. Now, the document containing the development said, and I quote, it said, the government of Nigeria and the government of the United Arab Emirates are delighted to announce a pivotal development in our diplomatic relations, the resumption of visa services for Nigerian citizens wishing to visit the United Arab Emirates, commencing on 4th March 2024. This agreement is the culmination of extensive dialogues between the two nations, highlighting a shared vision for enhanced cooperation and mutual growth. To facilitate a smooth visa application, journey for Nigerians, the United Arab Emirates has introduced an innovative document verification process. The statement reads, it's now quoting the United Arab Emirates ambassador to Nigeria. United Arab Emirates ambassador to Nigeria, Salim Said Al Shama, also noted that on the new system, because now this statement is quoting the ambassador of a country in Nigeria. Let's continue. Nigerian applicants for United Arab Emirates visas are required to first obtain a document verification number by visiting the dedicated online platform. The initiative aims to expedite the application process, ensuring efficiency and integrity. Applicants are advised to follow the new guidelines closely, applying through these designated travel agents and completing the process at the United Arab Emirates Embassy in Abuja or Lagos. This visa service resumption is more than a procedural update. It is a testament to the evolving relationship between Nigeria and the UAE. By easing travel restriction, both countries anticipate a surge in tourism, business exchange, and cultural sharing, laying the groundwork for a robust partnership. The emphasis on a streamlined, transparent application process reflects a mutual desire for accessibility and trust, setting a positive precedent for future diplomatic endeavors. As the door opens for Nigerian visitors to the UAE, the broader implications for international relations, economic collaborations, and cultural exchanges are profound. This initiative not only facilitates personal and professional travel, but also symbiotics, but also symbolizes a step towards deeper understanding and cooperation between the dynamic societies. As both nations embark on this renewed journey, the potential for shared prosperity and mutual respect is boundless, heralding a new era in Nigeria-UAE relations, he said. Now, this is quoting the United Arab Emirates ambassador. Now, a few hours after this statement, who could have concocted this? What have Nigerian authority done to get at the root of those who purportedly lied in the name of the ambassador of United Arab Emirates and issue a statement with his name? That is very key. How is the United Arab Emirates going to look at Nigeria? And how are the rest of the world going to look at this country? Now, nobody talks about the implication of this in Nigeria's relation with the rest of the world. Because journalists that wrote this report, when they tried to confirm it, was when the bubble burst. Because the embassy of UAE denied knowledge of this. But this message was shared by the presidency of Nigeria. How will UAE look at Nigeria now? And how will the rest of other diplomatic missions look at this country? That is the question that should worry Nigerians as we are witnessing governance by deception. Now, few hours after Bayo Onanuga shared this joyful news, because he was excited, because if this story had been true, it was to show that Tinubu is working. That even as you are complaining about the rate of the dollar to the naira and the hardship, he has achieved something. He has been able to get diplomatic get visa ban lifted for Nigerians who want to travel to UAE. But what's the big deal even about going to UAE? That everything is being done to make it as an achievement to have visa to go to UAE. But that is by the way. Now, few hours later, after Bayo Onanuga distributed this information to media organizations in Nigeria, because of course he don't have to distribute it directly. They will go to his wall and they say it, and coming from him, you can't blame them for believing it to be true. But when the bubble burst, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy now refuted the viral statement with an update. He now stated that the UAE is yet to resume visa services for Nigerian citizens wishing to visit the Arab country. There was no apology to Nigerians, because ordinarily Bayo Onanuga, writing from the presidency, ought to apologize to Nigerians. But he don't have to do that, because that is their trademark. They started like that from the campaign, and they are using the same method to govern. It is now left for Nigerians to use their brain in interpreting what these guys are telling them. Now, recall that in October 2023, a few months after Bola Ahmed Tinubu became president, he was not yet president. In October 2022, sorry, let us go to the issue of this ban. In October 2022, the United Arab Emirates implemented a ban on citizens from approximately 20 countries, banning these nations from entering its borders. The affected countries include Nigeria, Ghana, Mali, and so many other countries, but there are 20 in numbers. But it's like Nigeria is desperate to resume this visa issue with United Arab Emirates, especially by Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, to use it as evidence that the government is working. At least if they can be able to do that, it means it will show that they are better than the last administration, who couldn't be able to sort out this problem. But let us go to other evidence to show that these people are running governance on deception. Now, this is not the first time that the APC government is deceiving Nigerians in this matter. In September 2023, the Tinubu administration announced that the United Arab Emirates had lifted its visa ban on Nigerians, and that consequently, Etihad and Emirates Airlines will resume flight operations immediately. Now, this is the statement that was issued at the time. The statement said, and I quote, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and President of United Arab Emirates, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, on Monday in Abu Dhabi, have finalized a historic agreement which has resulted in the immediate cessation of the visa ban placed on Nigerian travelers. Furthermore, by this historic dock agreement, both Etihad Airlines and Emirates Airlines are to immediately resume flight schedules into and out of Nigeria without any further delay. This was signed by the President's Special Advisor of Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngelale. This was last year. As I talk to you, both the resumption of flight, visa application remain the way they are. But the statement says immediately they have agreed, President Tinubu and the leader of United Arab Emirates, they have agreed. The flight will resume immediately, visa application immediately. Here we are, March 2024, no visa, no flight. That is the government that is in charge of Nigeria. Again, in November 2023, the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu announced that Saudi Arabia says it will provide a substantial deposit of foreign exchange to boost Nigeria's forex liquidity as a show of support for the ongoing forex reforms by the CBN. This was a story they told that Saudi Arabia is bringing millions of dollars to come and support the forex, to increase forex liquidity in Nigeria. It was expected that Saudi would bring this money to help in shoring up the value of the naira. And this statement was issued by Mohammed Idris, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, in a statement he issued on Friday, November 10, 2023. Idris said that Mohammed bin Salam, Saudi's crown prince, made the pledge on the sidelines of the Saudi Africa summit in Riyadh during a bilateral meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And let me quote what he said, part of what he said. He said, to support the central bank's ongoing reform of Nigeria's foreign exchange regime, the Saudi government will make available a substantial deposit of foreign exchange to boost Nigeria's forex liquidity, Idris had said at the time. He also said that Saudi government, through the Saudi Aramco, will invest in refineries in Nigeria to help revamp the moribund refineries in Nigeria. None of that had happened because there was nothing like that. Saudi Arabia could not have brought their own billions of dollars to come and help Nigeria in order to boost our currency. For what purpose? Why would they do that? But it was all part of the propaganda to give the impression that there is something positive that came out of that meeting and to give Nigerians hope, a hope that cannot materialize. As I talk to you, if Saudis had brought the dollars, it means that it didn't have any impact in our economy, because the naira had gotten worse since then to now. But the reality is that there was nothing like that. When I did my own individual check, I wanted to verify this story. I went on search of Saudi media to see if there is any report on it by the Saudi news organizations, there was blank. No Saudi Arabian paper online carried any report about bringing any helping Nigeria on forex liquidity or helping Nigeria in rebuilding our refineries or investing in our refineries. None. The only report you get was the report of the aid that Saudi Arabia had promised to give all the African countries that participated in that Saudi African summit. There was nothing on Nigeria. There was no indication in the Saudi media. I look at the official news agency and everything, nothing. But the impression was shown in Nigeria that Saudi is coming to bring the dollars. And then they are coming to help us revamp our moribund refineries. And it doesn't really make sense because Saudi is our competitor. Saudi has refineries. Saudi has crude. We are competing in the same market. So why would they be interested in helping us out of our inability to manage our oil resources, to manage our refineries? Who does that? Who helps his competitor to be competitive? Ordinarily, it doesn't make sense that Aramco will come and help NNPC or whatever to revamp our refineries. But that is the message they sold to Nigerians as an achievement, accomplishment from that Saudi African summit. Another evidence of governance by deception. Now, more recently, Bayo Onanuga announced that the federal government has imposed $10 billion fine to Binance because the government is accusing Binance as being responsible for the free fall of the naira. Okay, you know the government is always looking for who to blame. They are blaming Binance. And Binance officials were invited in Nigeria. When they were invited, they were arrested. They came, they were arrested. That's why I find it very funny when I saw the Senate, also National Assembly, giving order that Binance should come again. The ones that came are in detention in Nigeria. You want more people to come so that you detain them. And the report that BBC reported, quoting Bayo Onanuga, that Binance has agreed, has been $10 billion fine had been imposed on Binance. When the story was cross-checked, when Binance was asked their own side of the story, Binance denied that they agreed to pay $10 billion as fine for its activities in Nigeria that Nigerian government perceived was anti-Naira, or that was anti the economy of Nigeria, because they say that Binance, the trading in Binance in the dollar and the Naira is what led Naira to what it is today. That it helped to collapse the Naira as it is today. They are blaming Binance. So, but the Binance said they did it. The discussion they had with Nigeria, they never agreed to pay any $10 billion and that they will not pay. In fact, they are even interpreting the Nigeria holding their officials as hostage, and they are looking at the $10 billion fine as a ransom. So they are seeing it as a ransom. That it means that if you want to have your officials released, you pay $10 billion. These guys say we are not going to pay $10 billion, and we are not going to ask for those people to be released based on payment of this fine. When People's Gazette get back to Bayo Onanuga say he never said that 10 billion fine had been agreed, or that it was part of the discussion. But that is the projection. You see? So these are the kind of system that is being run in Nigeria today. Governance by deception. The people are not carried along with by the truth. So if they cannot tell you the truth in simple things like this, how will you believe the story that they are going to be able to revamp the economy, and that this hardship in the country is going to be temporary? That just by this time next year, the way some of them are saying, he said, by this time next year, you'll be glad that you endured this hardship, because everything will become El Dorado. But thank God for Professor Kingsley Morgan. He has already made it clear that for this economy to improve, it will take like 3-4 years. That is if they do the right thing. But the possibility of those who sell this kind of lies doing the right thing is like, if you believe that they can do the right thing, it means that you believe that you can make omelette without breaking an egg. Obviously. You can't trust these people who go about deceiving Nigerians so publicly and without apology. All these things I mentioned to you are things you can go and verify. You can go and read them. Have there been any apology for this deception, this deceit going on in the name of governance, deceiving Nigerian public, deceiving our international partners? You can imagine what the UAE will be thinking of Nigeria right now. And when the time they hear the Nigerian officials say they will do this, they have done that. Do you think that the UAE officials will believe them? Do you think that other countries with their embassies in Nigeria sending back these kind of messages to their country will boost investor confidence? If you can lie like this to your people, to your diplomatic partners, how could an investor believe you and bring his billions of dollars to come and invest in your economy? That is the $1 million question. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.